All right, people, we are back for some more SAT prep today. It's been a little while. I've been busy. Over the summer is usually a pretty darn busy time for me. We are going to be uh, going through some more of the two variable linear functions, linear systems questions. Some of these are going to be pretty easy. Some of them might be pretty difficult. Leave a comment, question down below if you have a particular section that you'd like to see me demonstrate. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. I've got our question number 21 in this series. Again, the code is up on the top there if you would like to find this in the question bank. So I'm going to zoom in on that so that you guys can see that more clearly on your screens. And as always, before we begin doing any practice or training, we want to review what our linear function definitions are. So we've got y equals mx plus b is the slope-intercept form. M, of course, is the slope. B is the y-intercept. We've got standard function ax plus by equals c. Which we may be using for anything dealing with systems of equations, where the slope, m, could be understood to be negative a over b, and the y-intercept, lowercase b is representing the y-intercept here, is going to be c over b. So these are some definitions that I anticipate that we are very likely going to need to apply in any exercises. Here's where I last did it. And of course, we have the point slope form, which is the same as the slope equation. But let's go ahead and dive in on question 41C6 here. To distance, rate, time, right away, I can see that we've got a distance, 210-mile trip. Speed is given 60 miles an hour for the first X hours. So let's gather up our information. So D equals RT is very likely going to be our equation that we are going to care about. It's a linear function, y equals mx plus b, and y equals mx, where the y value is the distance being traveled. So 210-mile trip. So I'm fighting with the window here. Need to get a producer, make better videos for you guys. All right, that'll work. 60 miles an hour for the first X hours. So the total distance is 210. So this was the first leg of the trip. And then there's going to be another leg. 50 miles an hour for y, 50y. So this is some distance at 60 miles an hour. This is another distance at 50 miles an hour. And the total sum of those distances is 210. So if x is 1, so they're basically saying make this 1. So 210 equals 60 plus 50y. Subtract the 60 over, of course. 150 equals 50y. Y, of course, is 3. And that would be our answer there. Next question. We've got y-intercept of the graph is 0. Y, what is the value of y? And okay, of course, this is the definition that we reviewed earlier in that format, ax plus by equals c. And this is why I make my students memorize this formula, because the y-intercept is c over b. And in this circumstance, that's going to be 18 over 2. So, of course, the y-intercept is 9. And that's going to be very, very quick to solve if you have your stuff memorized. Got to memorize some stuff. Let's see. This cuts off a little bit. A little bigger for you guys. All right. XY plane, line L passes through 0, 0. So that gives us the y-intercept for question 23 here. 5972. The b value is 0 because the y-intercept is 0. It's parallel to the line 8x plus 2. So if they're parallel, they have the same what? The same slope, right? So this is going to just be y equals 8x because the y-intercept was given as 0. So if it passes through 3D, we just plug in 3 for x, and of course we get 24, the value of d. Parallel lines have the same slope. Question 24 in this series, 1A F9. They've given us a graph, and they just want the linear function, but notice here that they shift it by 14. So think about what that shift is going to do to the graph. If you recall, if we are adding outside the parentheses of the f of x function, f of x close parentheses plus 14, that's going to be a vertical shift up. If it's adding inside the parentheses, like if we have fx plus 14 inside the parentheses like that, that would be a left shift. So addition inside the parentheses is a horizontal shift and it goes the opposite direction. Adding outside the parentheses just shifts it up or down. Here we have, of course, a y equals negative 1/4 x. All of the answer choices have the same slope there, so we don't have to really think about that. The y-intercept that's given is 2, so of course shifting up 14 units would put us at plus 16. So that's going to be answer B. And we'll do one more question for this clip. 25 FeO2 or 02. We got another standard function there. 32 cups of vegetable broth, x small jars, y large jars. 3x. So 3 is perhaps the volume of small jars each. And 5 is the volume. Move that over. 5 is the volume of the y large jars each. Because it's the coefficient. Think about it in terms of unit rates. So if it's 3 cups, 3 is the number of jars, and it's x cups for each 1 jar. That cancels the jars out, and you get 3x cups. Because the result here, 32, is the number of cups. So thinking like in terms of chemistry, the unit rate here is going to be the thing. So they're asking ultimately what is the meaning of 5y. So if 3x is the volume of cups that we get from the small jars, then of course 5y is the total volume in cups for the large jars. So the total number of cups for the large, that's C. All right, let's check our work. Going back up to our first question, number 21, 41C6. Answer is 3. Got that right. Answer here is 9. Got that right. 24. Good. Ooh. I got this wrong. Oh, I read it wrong. Ha ha. F of x plus 14 is shown. So you got to go down 14 units. So if the y value starts at 2, going down 14, of course, is going to yield negative 12. So that gives us answer A. The importance of reading the darn question. If you caught that, leave a comment. If you caught that as I was going through it. All right, and then here for our final question, it was C. Excellent. Thank you for watching. I'm going to clip this and post it as a separate video, but I'm going to go ahead and record some more. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you found this useful, and I'll catch you in the next one.